the children of the unembodied gleam, the ethereal creatures, arisen from a formless thought in the soul. Who are the children? Where from they are coming? They are coming from the soul. The children of the unembodied gleam, it has not taken a body yet, that gleam, that light, arisen from a formless thought in the soul and chased by an imperishable desire. These children are chased by an imperishable desire, travel the field of the pursuing gaze. The gaze which is there, they are going to follow like that, you see. A will that persisting failed, a will that unpersisting failed, worked there, yet there was that will. You see, it failed, all right, but then still it kept on working all the while. A will that unpersisting failed, worked there. Life was a search, but finding never came. That is the contrast here. That is the nature of this. That is the nature of this created soil. That is the nature of this created soil. But too divine to trade created soil. That life was a search, but finding never came in this created soil.
So who is too divine?
Too divine, these ethereal creatures. Yeah, the ethereal creatures, the children of the unembodied gleam. It is in that context he is talking. For them, this is a soil which is not sufficiently good enough to treat for them. But the longing is there. That perfection's longing is there for this imperfection, but that imperfection doesn't have a proper base yet, you see. A will that persisting failed, worked there. That will is there all the while, you see. Life was a search, but finding never came. Life was a search, I am, but finding, I am. There, nothing satisfied, but all allured. See, he is escaping in the great anarchy, and he is seeing after at the end of the tunnel this kind of a thing. And these people want to come and stay here, but the soil is not ready enough yet. This is what he sees. They are nothing satisfied, but all allured things seem to be that never wholly are. Images were seen that looked like living acts. Yeah, he is seeing all the pictures there, but they are in the virtual world. They are not in the real world. They are kind of in the virtual world, in the world of imagination, in the world of fancy. Things seem to be that never wholly are. Images were seen that look like living acts, and symbols in the sun that claim to show pale dream grew real to the dreamer's eyes. Pale dream grew real. Well, that is the kind of imagination he has got, he sees. The souls came there that vainly strive to birth. Yeah, the souls are coming here, but they are not able yet to take birth in this place, you see. The souls came there that vainly strive for birth. They are not able to enter into birth yet, you see. So, the imperfections, allurement is there for the perfects. They are the perfections, and they want to enter into these imperfections because of the charm of imperfection. But then, what is there? The souls came there that vainly strive for birth. They are not able to enter into imperfection, you see. And spirits entrapped might wander through all time, yet never find the truth by which they live. Yeah, you might get trapped in this time, in the vital world, move from place to place constantly without seeing the goal where you are. In the wandering gleam, the veil and the wandering gleam, you will enter into that veil, into the valley, in the wandering gleam, and you will never find this association. All ran like hopes that hunt a lurking chance. Well, there is a chance, and they are kind of chasing that chance. They are trying. See, there are beings now who want to enter to this wind. and they are making every kind of an attempt, but the perfection's quality is such that it cannot easily enter into imperfection. That is the dilemma, you see. All ran like hopes that hunt like a lurking charm. Nothing was solid, nothing felt complete. All was unsafe because it would disappear. Because, see, as I said earlier, it is from the unconsciousness that the consciousness is coming, is emerging, and the struggle is there of the consciousness to exist and persist in the unconscious. But the unconscious is also very powerful yet at the moment. It can swallow up. All was unsafe because that unconsciousness behind that thing. Miraculous and half true. It seemed a realm of life that had no pain. The created soil, as I said earlier, is not ready for those beings, those children of the gleam, to come and play on this ground. That ground is not yet ready, prepared for them. And therefore the children of gleam have to wait till the ground is prepared. Well, this is the early beginning of life, the transition from grey anarchy, the slowly preparation of life is a long process of evolution, and that is exactly what we have got in the beginning. So the first section of this canto is describing the transition of what was there at the grey anarchy and what is expected, that those perfections should come and enter into play here. But the ground is not yet ready. So that is how the section is going to develop here. It's same. So that is how Ashwapati is watching the entire course of evolution of life and coming up to this point, you see. Now this section, section 50, is a long section. And we may take a couple of sittings, not one sitting, one number of sessions to really do something about this section, you see. It has 74 sentences, 286 lines, and 2,165 words. 2,000, one of the longest sections, 2,165 words. 286 lines in all. But a very beautiful section also. You see, it starts kind of giving you hope. It starts giving you something more positive. Until now, the whole... See, really, I mean, we cannot imagine how the Creator had to pass through all these stages of darkness, come to matter, be dull, stupid, unmoving, immobile, trapped, then comes into life and see the hazards of life entering into matter with all those consequences. See, I mean, really, it's a great miracle, great thing, great achievement also, that out of matter could emerge tomorrow a dinosaur, a big whale, a big crocodile. Hey, how can it happen? Such big creatures, how they are emerging out of nothing, practically, you see. That's a great achievement by itself, you see. But that is the early stage of development. It has to move on forward. It has to go and achieve greater things, you see. But the basic gain is that matter has been now pushed towards its final expression of what matter really is, basically, you see, what matter is. Life has stirred up, so it's a great contribution of life. We cannot understand, we cannot imagine. See, this kind of a thing does not happen in other places. It is happening only on this little earth. The entire universe is full of matter, but you don't see a whale, you don't see even an ant there, you see, of the kind, you see. But this is a miracle of life, because life has entered into matter here, and now all these things are working here, you see. Now, life has entered, it has suffered, it has undergone changes, it has progressed, it has crossed the grey anarchy, it is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and now maybe something greater, something more beautiful, something happier may emerge, you see. That is what we got here. Then dawn a greater seeking of For whom? Dawn, a greater seeking for whom? Well, as a traveler for Ashwapati, as a process for life. Life is expressing greater thing. Then down the greater seeking, broadened sky, vaster vision, a journey on the wings of brooding force, a journey on the wings of brooding force. If it is a journey on the wings of brooding force, then the greater dawn is for life. If it is a journey for the brooding, under the journey of brooding force, then it is a journey is for, that seeking is for the life, you see. Life is seeking now a greater expression, you see. Broaden sky. Well, she was limited. See, only, what was there until now? Only life mind. Only life mind was the best, you see. But now it is able to see broaden sky. A journey under the wings of brooding force. Somebody is watching the whole thing. What is that brooding force? Who is that brooding force? Greater life herself, the higher life itself. She is brooding the whole thing underneath it. And under that brooding force, the journey is beginning, is seeing a greater light, a greater seeking has come. So that brooding force is the higher life itself, superior light itself, which is seeing that thing. First came the kingdom of the morning star. So the dawn has come. See, until now he was talking of haze and twilight and infant gleam. Now the first gleam, the dawn has come, the first gleam is being described of life emerging, of a greater life. Under the brooding force, first came the kingdom of the morning star. Morning star is showing, the day will appear now soon, shortly enough. Morning star, you see. Morning star, Venus. He'll is going there and seeing that. First came Venus, the goddess of beauty. Morning star, Venus, goddess of beauty. So life now is going to see something more beautiful under the morning star. A twilight beauty. See, he says, okay, there you are, twilight beauty, this Venus. Trembled under its spear, under its spear. It's that morning star. It stands for morning star. Spear. Now, star and spear is a great image. Stars are the guardians in the night. Stars are guardians in the night. They are not the guardians of night, they are the guardians in the night. And they are holding weapons, spears in their hand to guard in the night something which is divine, something holy. So, see the image, star and spear is a wonderful combination. Star and image. Angels of heaven, they are sometimes equated to stars because they are guarding from heaven what is beautiful. Morning star, a twilight beauty, trembled under the spear, and a throb of promise of a wider life, because this whole brooding is under a greater force of life. Therefore, a throb of promise of a wider life, of a nobler life, of a higher life, of a superior life, you see, of the while. Then slowly rose a great and doubting sun, hesitant sun. Sun is coming above the horizon, but will it shine? There are clouds, there is haziness, there are uncertainties still present there, you see. Still, life is brooding the whole thing, but still there is uncertainty, there is doubtfulness. Then slowly rose a great and doubting sun, and in its light she made of self a world. Doubting sun, and in its light of that doubting sun, she, that power, that brooding power, that force of life, she made of self a world.